is this guilt? Or what exactly is this? So something happened that got a lot of people kind of worried. They tried as much as possible to understand what this is all about. They want to know if Mohbad's father, in fact, Mohbad's family, if they are really, really, really truthful. Well, a lot of things have been said, a lot of things have been put out there. People have heard. At times, people are kind of wondering, are they for real? Is this a family full of lies? Like, what is really going on? Mohbad is not alive, he's gone, and the scenario, the situation around his demise caused so much. It caused so much anguish to a lot of people. It caused them sleepless night. They want to know why, what happened, how did Mohbad end up the way he ended up. They want to find out if there is any foul play. And all of a sudden, fingers started pointing towards several directions. And people started wondering, like, how can this be true if the number of people that is said to be around Mohbad is truly there? How can it be that we just cannot find something meaningful, something like we just cannot get answers to some things? Well, people found out later that the family of Mohbad, they have a lot to answer. They have a lot to answer. Like how Mohbad's sister dropped something in his coffin, and Mohbad's father pretended as if he wasn't aware that such thing ever happened. And the only people that he wants us to focus on is the Adebanjos and nothing more. It got a lot of people worried, like, when they found out these things, like, what is this family covering? Well, this prompted Yomi Fabi to swing into action. And what he found, coupled with the help of others, people who are seeking for justice for Mohbad, will shock you. It will make you kind of want to, like, look into this justice for Mohbad, and then that very, very, very touching word written in the scriptures of Christians that says the heart of human beings can be so deep. It is so deep that it is only God who can find it. But then God can impute in man and woman, impute it in us as persons. He can impute it in us to find that is hidden. And that is why we are all on justice for Mohbad. I want you to stay put, because what you're about to see, what you're about to hear, it might make you want to question a lot of things. Please like, share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Returning subscribers and those that have been here, I say very big thank you to you. And to those that have tapped on the thanks button, the one with the love icon, $ in the middle of it, may God bless you. May God replenish your pockets. May that your pocket never run dry. And all the efforts that we all have put on justice for Mohbad, we will reap bountifully. Not in cash per se, but I mean, we'll be able to achieve, we'll be able to attain, and make our society a better place. Let's get right into it.
Already, Tobajo agree. Oh, Tabati, you who let us talk here. You share burial rights. More yet, when you call anybody less saucy. Can't do go a saucy. Can't do your saucy. Picture could get a yai be more. The corner of my yai. One judge of so you better possible see my only. I'm possibly what would the message to pass? But unfortunately, it's not clear that both sides be obashi wo mi se ju ti e no ni ebi Mohbad gongo omo ye omo babe yen na tun ju level si me cheri yen go ko bota ba se justice for Mohbad ijo wo na dura ti post justice for Mohbad gbe ijo wo ni wo mi ti post justice for Mohbad gbe iya to bi go interest in justice for Mohbad mo ta lo mo pe ru ya yen ti e ni ewe ebo ekun ya yen go lo mi pàtó ń parí bá mi wá Mohbad mo kàn ń gbọ́ kiri Mohbad ṣé Mohbad làwọn sọ Mohbad làwọn Mohbad èmi nìyá Mohbad All right. I want to call introduction. This is Mohbad. Ekogbu Angogo. Kí ni gbogbo rọ́dọ̀rọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀? Àwọn ògbó ilé ìwọ̀n ṣàfojúdi o. Justice for Mohbad that we started from, we cannot turn back or change. We can't change our principle, our demand for justice, because our níbi tó ń yí lọ. I'm not selective. Ebi o lè change ohun mi padà.
Why should
Mi o lè change ohun tèmi padà. I'm sorry, o ti late.
the good die young and the bad live for long?
All right, continue to rest in peace, dear brother, justice fighter. Buckle my shoe, buckle your shoe. Now, I could remember when I intervened, when disturbing TikTok, social life for me, oh, Ijebu, oh, phone, and I spoke to him on the live show then. Only Baba mo bossing in lenu be se so yen mo ti gba be se. I'm not going to make trouble with him again. On one point, Leos disturbing TikTok. And trust me, Ọlọ́run á dúró ti àwọn ìyàwó ẹ̀, á dúró ti àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀, á dúró ti mọ̀mísí ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ní ṣe ní àkúfà o. You are a gallant soldier. It might be difficult for people to understand what you stood for and what you actually died for. But trust me, it's better than Kudano Lazo. We will remember you, we will never forget you. And Ọlọ́run I will the last moment, when you were going down, that the picture of Mohbad was looking at you down. That picture, that moment, and give Mohbad the justice, so that your children will say, even if they are coming to say you died because of justice for Mohbad, your children will now say, my father never died in vain. And they will understand what it means to stand up for one another. Nigerian soldiers, they are putting their lives on the line for you and I, and they belong to somebody's family. If any police officer is leaving the house in the morning, the wife, the children, they will be praying, let my dad come back in peace. Let my mom come back in peace. Are they going there to go and protect themselves? They are leaving their children and family behind. They are there risking their lives for you and I. And their family never told them, Nigeria or what? But they keep fighting on. Those are the kind of police officers that deserve my respect and admiration. The police officers that would never collect money to cover up somebody's murder. Those are the people that would actually enjoy the fruits of their labor. Those are the ones that we can call national hero. Those are the ones I would gladly call national asset. But any police officer, justice, and they wore uniform Nigerian police, Egunle Wasara. You will continue to use torture and force to become relevant. Forced arrest, persecution will only be the definition of your own policing and whatever you're doing. It will never be a dignified effort in the force. When somebody's life is taken, you should know it will always come with a whole lot of stress and consequences. You should know. But for every gallant police officer doing their job diligently, we understand your sacrifices. We understand what you stand for. And I pray that very soon, the Nigerian society will understand that they need to not only celebrate, but they need to stand by the Nigerian police and to stand by the institutions that are sacrificing their lives for overall peace, protection of property, and of course, maintaining law and order. But to you guys listening to me, fighting for justice for Mohbad is not a criminal act. It is not anti-justice. It is not anti-justice. It is not a criminal offense. It is the right thing to do under the law. That is how a society works. When I am weak, you fight for me. When that person is weak, we'll fight for that person. No man is an island in any country. We must look for an idea that will make the community to stand firm and to do well. It is not about social media. So this is not a social media justice. It is only that we're using social media to connect with ourselves. To them, it is social media cruise. Camp by la camp by la mi ba yin si camp kankan. There is no other camp other than camp of justice. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣẹlẹ́yà, àwa là ń bú kíní, àwa là ń gbé kíní kan ṣépè, àwa là ń lo picture yàn, ẹlẹ́yà ara yín ni o. Àwọn tó bí yín, àwọn tó jẹ́ bóyá àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ bí, wọn mọ̀ pé ń ṣe dọ̀tí ẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ́yà ni o. Tí ògo fi máa jẹ́ tọ́lọ́run kò sí kan lóyún tó máa bọ́ sórí tó máa tiẹ̀ níyì débi pé máa gbé yín sórí péjì mi pé jẹ́ ń bú yín padà. Ọlọ́run ní bá tèmi jẹ́, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ẹ̀rí padà sí burúkú. Ẹ̀yin náà lè máa gbèrú picture ru àwọn àtẹ máa ṣe wọ́n rọrùn. Nothing is happening to my own reputation. Because when you're in this kind of a struggle, to a layman, they will think, oh, he's gone back. Human rights is one of the sustainable millennium goals. And that is not even where we are going. Celebrity and yes, it be. Torí ẹ̀gbin wà nù kíní tá ń ṣe, ìdọ̀tí wà ńbẹ̀. But you have to face it and ensure that you make sense at the end of the day. So if there is any reason why we have to continue, it's because this is a fight for our country. Tọ́lọ́pàá bá ti ń gbẹ́ ẹ̀gbin, tí sójà ti ń gbẹ́ ẹ̀gbin, and they are still defending the country, defending innocent people they don't know. So what will be the ẹ̀gbin tó bá wá sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀? You standing and fighting for justice, fighting for the voiceless. That's how you should raise your children. Because at the end of the day, clever and only go. Ojilaro owe, olobise, odepada, odobo, odoko, ojisu, oji, opada, olopati, opada. And if you do not do things that will make the world better for yourself and those coming behind, that is why disturbing TikTok is better than most of those people that are not doing anything. He has lent his voice, he has spoken up and said, respect somebody's life. Duty of care, right to life. Wọ́n ní Mohbad ní ta ló gba life ẹ̀. So gbogbo tọ́jọ́ dáwọ́ pọ̀ tọ́jọ́ gbẹ̀mí àwọn mọ́ra wọn. They might think because, oh, àwọn pọ̀, àwọn olówó fi ṣe ìpìlẹ̀ bọ́ta. I can tell you for free, tó bá dé stage ìgbà ojú máa ti owó. But if you have that, tebala kaiba, mọ̀ pé Mohbad yìí, the truth is going to come out. Wọ́n mọ̀, àwọn tó mọ̀, tó bá lè bọ́ta sọ wípé ọ̀dọ̀ babaláwo táwọn wọ́n mọ̀ pé àfidáyẹ̀ wò bá sòótọ́ fún wọn. Èyí tó bá ní fánù ọgọ́ wá ti sọ fún pé eléyìí ètùtù eléyìí o, àkọ́bàbá yìí máa pákéjì ẹ̀ ní o. Kò sí nǹkan mọ́. Kò sí solution. Something will happen, but we can buy time. Gbogbo ìtàn ṣe wọ́n buy time. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé kò sí. Wọ́n mọ̀ fúnra wọn. Time. How? Kò sí anybody tó mọ̀. But Mohbad is going to get justice. Tó máa tún fomi ṣàn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ẹ lọ kọ́lẹ̀. Bó jẹ́ àwọn mẹ́ta ló máa kù tá a máa sọ justice for Mohbad. Ó máa gba justice yẹn. Campus bọ́sí. You will see very soon. Ẹ rí pé èrò yẹn máa ju èrò tó ṣe tó kọ́kọ́ ṣe protest nígbà yẹn lọ. Ẹ máa wò bọ̀. If it is not well handled. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá náà mọ̀. They know. They know. You will see. Except they quickly handle it. Àwọn tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ Lagos State, tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ government ìjọba federal government, tó bá tètè nífẹ̀ẹ́ the board pé ẹ wo bí àwọn ilé ìwòrán fi tiwọn kó bá tiwa. Àwọn ló ń decide rú dọ̀tí. Ẹ nítorí pé the reason to ṣe máa rí bẹ́ẹ̀ is because Mohbad spirit want us to know that these people you are shouting justice together, tẹ̀lé ń kó gbogbo agbára yín fún àwọn kọ́ ẹ̀ lè rí. They stage people amongst us to say, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ gbé fún legal team. Kò legal team kí ni? Báwo lè ṣe fẹ́ ní justice pẹ̀lú orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Ìgbà kan ní kébì send 3 seconds fún kíní kan, bí mo send the number àti location CCTV, wọ́n forí ẹ̀ ṣọpọ́n, àwọn wèrè kan tó pọ̀lọ́ wọn ti kó yẹ̀pẹ̀ tó ti kó reverse, wọ́n ní kébì tún gbé 3 seconds. Kébì tún lọ gbé fáwọn yẹn. Condom is oh God. Bọ́ ṣe máa fi gbogbo àwọn wèrè tán pákéjì sínú kíní ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé mi jẹ́ àròbó. Àrífí tóun tẹ̀gbín. Asking a human rights organization to give the evidence to part of a family. Family to yẹ kó máa bá wa pé this is what we have o, help us to use this. Ẹ mú orí, ẹ sórí, ẹ forí rìn, ẹ fẹsẹ̀, ẹ wá da gbogbo ẹ̀rú tó dẹ̀rù pé táwọn kan bá ti tọ kámẹ́rà, wọ́n ti ní sẹ́nu quest for justice and struggle like this. And for almost a year and a half, nobody came offline to interface and engage the police. And the police look at it because anybody to Ambawa. The public that claim that they are the ones seeking justice, or organize, the family, or Tonuto Sofua, and no justice. It took you all time to know that Ashekokoro tó ń jẹ́ ìfọ́, àṣebí ẹ̀fọ́ ló wà. Òótọ́ ẹ lọ fẹ́ kó bọ́lẹ̀. Ẹ wá rí ọ̀ tó ń risk life ẹ̀ tó wá sòótọ́ fún yín. Ṣé ẹ ti mọ̀ pé mi ò rán ogun wọn yẹn ni? Ṣé mo yí oògùn tó ti sàsẹ́mi ni? Ṣé mo itọ́ implant lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí? Ẹ mọ̀ itọ́ sà níjẹta. Tí bá ẹ jẹ́ àlọ́ bá àwọn tambolo kọ́ tiẹ̀ bá fi tán sí, ó tiẹ̀ bá tiẹ̀. Mi ti bá tèmi lọ o. Tó bá ọwọ́ náà ni gbogbo ẹ̀ wà. Pọ̀ pé ẹ wá lọ stage kankan bóyá tí disturbing níwájú kámẹ́rà tó bá ti dẹmọ ó máa dẹ́rùbà gbogbo wa. Èmi ò mọ àwọn tó dẹ́rùbà kò dẹ́rùbè mi o. Exercise ni o, kò dọ́dọ̀ tèmi o. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ nímọ̀ tó wà nù ayé gidi tó yẹ kó tọ́ lọ́njà fún kò dọ́dọ̀ wọn. Ẹlẹ́yà ara yín lẹ́ṣin. He died and felt like a gallant soldier. Proud. Ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ kẹrí ohun tóun já fún. Ó jẹ́ kẹrí nǹkan tí òun ṣe kíni tóun ṣubú fún. You saw what he stood for. Expander, unmute your mic, please. You can talk.
Written script which will not help justice for Mohbad, which only targets for selected people to be prosecuted, and that's not the justice we're seeking for. The justice we're seeking for is whoever that has hand, whoever that try to pervade justice, whoever that try to, block justice or evidence, conceive evidence for us to get to where we're going, anybody, they have to pay for it. Mostly, we need to ask questions. I'm going to 2 years now. The 20 or 15 people living with Mohbad, we could see how many of them were brought for questioning. And all of these people, they are not even witness, and some of them were even brought as witness, which supposed not to be. And we can see that some police officers from Lagos Command are part of them. Yeah, I wouldn't blame any lawyer working for them because they are working for their, for their money.
Expander.
Yeah.
See, people understand. You're talking about Corona inquest. That they should bring.
I'm coming in.
Hold on.
Okay.
I need to quickly correct you. Like I'm saying, everybody coming to Corona inquest is a public fact finding, public hearing, open for anybody to come and speak. Anybody that is being invited is a witness. None of them is coming as a wala furasi. Nobody is being suspected. Come and witness. I want you to ask this person a question and deduce something. What you are not looking at is that the police charge people to court. The only person that was out of the 15 people in the house that was charged to court is just spending and the nurse.
Yeah.
I want anyone lost a trial court, a criminal court. You are talking about coroner inquest. Coroner inquest is not a criminal court. It's not trying anybody.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm just. So what?
Your focus. You don't need wait to do. We don't understand. You don't need wait to do. It's your
the court. I want to charge. Yeah, I know. Cherry Baba. What I'm trying to say.
Oh, I don't know DPP first.
DPP share my advice.
Are you listening?
I understand. I understand.
Olori Wadi is the police investigation. Coroner inquest Wadi. Oshi mama tell the police. The police ba sheto. No man bossy coroner. The question we should be asking is because the case is already in court. The trial is about to start. And with the new evidence, 15 days, the spending said I was not even at home. I was not there.
Mr. Ami,
enough is the only one. Except it will be established that the nurse was there on the 11th. The nurse never treated Mohbad. The government of Lagos State is about to punish somebody who never committed a crime. Somebody must be true to the government and say, you are about to try somebody who never committed a crime, who has been staged to take a fall. That is the truth you should be speaking.
Yeah, I understand you, but Shari, you see, a lot of people were saying we should step down whatever we want to do. The Corona inquest, Mafi, the last one on Friday, Tofima Day, you know, and I'm trying to jog their memory. We could look, okay, Corona inquest, today, Atigbo Ogbonkontoka, Kini way out, stand still, nothing. Okay, but now, even in that Corona inquest, to wáyé pa fẹ́ dúró dé, tó wáyé pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe bó ṣe yẹ kán ṣe láti ìgbà tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Láti ìgbà tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ from onset till now, the legal team, the Baba legal team, èmi ò tí mọ̀ àyàfi bóyá the other person bá I stand to be corrected. Are there any facts or evidences that has been brought to that court, to that Corona inquest? Because that is what Corona inquest is meant for. Were there any facts? Were there any evidences? Were there any, you know, these are our findings, that really convicting evidence or convincing evidence to the moon. That is why.
That is one of the reasons why the Lagos State government, the DPP, will not. They said we are not waiting again.
Because there wasn't any. Kò sí fact kankan anybody ever present the Corona inquest. Baba talked about blood. The only thing that lawyer go establish or blood yẹn. Wọ́n gbé baba wá. Even of recent, Baba ní jọ́ Monday lọ́mọ yẹn ni wọ́n pa ọmọ yẹn sínú ilé. These are new lead to yẹ kán gbé wá sí Corona inquest. Wọ́n gbé wá. So nothing.
Video of Binti Laye ńkọ́.
Tí bá ti ẹ̀rí tọwọ́ Binti Laye, Bukky, èyí tí Bukky lóhùn tún fún bàbá, kí wọ́n fún legal team ńkọ́. Were they presented at the Corona inquest as an evidence, as a new lead? No. So
even to the point, another thing to special life for him. Let me explain to you. Listen now, Expander. In homicide case, It is a law of the land. As a matter of fact, in most countries, there is no statute of limitation. The only time, see, anybody lè sọ pé wo, in tọ́lọ́pàá ti bí tọ́ba dé yẹn, kò sí nǹkan tàbí lọ sọ́mbẹ̀. Òní tó bá yẹ pé gbogbo nǹkan tó wà lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́pàá yẹn náà ló wà lọ́wọ́ wọ. But this new video wọ Bítílayé, my own 3 seconds video, gbogbo etí Bukky yẹn sọ yẹn, on a normal day, they are meant to be before the police because it is a new lead. Ìdí tí wọ́n ṣe gbé corona jáde ní pé you understand? The corona is at the BS of the fact that ọlọ́pàá ti ṣe débì kan and they couldn't go further than the way they are. They said, okay, maybe the corona will help. You understand? So in this case now, in the light of this new lead, within 2-3 days, the legal team or anybody that is fighting for justice for Mohbad should find its way by sending those evidence to the police.
That is it.
So, some people today will call this in. So, Baba is now on the side of justice for Mohbad, truly. It is now the time. No, whatever it is, let me apologize to these people that are fighting for justice. Let me match whatever I have with my own evidence. But then we'll forge ahead, which is likely impossible. It's not possible. Certain. You understand? Normally, when any total resources in public law, you're meant to go straight and give it to the police. Police no man investigate. Tabak bekini and also corona. I can say corona my okay. It's more deal wa. Taleniton sorrow. Can you present anybody in corona? You must be able to tell them the identity of that person. Corona on your lock to arrest your kakiri. And it also really malok wa. I'm about invite here. Tabati invite here. But then it's your video one away. Oh Yamabo, do you have a video? Oh, slow down. But with Olapa, from that audio, they know who to go and pick. Because MRT competition, no, from a wow GNO. One very show video, yeah. Talo soro, yeah. Come and testify. I am a colleague. Tomorrow, new lead ni. Gbogbo nǹkan tó bá wà nínú tó sọ yẹn ó yá sọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lólè tó bá ti lè dúró pé yes I am in the house, I was in the house then, to the statement don't indict anybody. That is a witness. Ọlọ́pàá kò ní the witness tàbí evidence tàbí circumstantial evidence. Èyí tó máa ń dùn jù ní pé kó wá lọ ṣe mistake kó wá rí witness kó tún wá rí evidence yẹn kẹ́ni ẹ̀dẹ̀ lè dúró pé yes mo wà ń bẹ òun rèé. Do you understand? So even the corona inquest, kò ṣe pé wọ́n lè present ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ but ó máa fún wọn ní logger because okay now who is this voice? Kí lorúkọ ẹ̀? Ana àwọn orúkọ ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀. Kí ni full name àmọ́? Okay. Tó bá dé ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lè máa kọ́kọ́ get. If it is coming to inquest, òun ló máa testify. Wá ṣe pé OG yẹn náà wá. And but police, they might even leave any sorrow on wow GLO. The power the police need for investigation going after people, even to declare people wanted. Lori and that's all nation. For corona inquest, they cannot say because our body declare what he invited, what he served, substitute service, one can lose in the newspaper, shut up my loss in the newspaper, you win. Ibolongbe ba want to track down. Ọlọ́pàá ti track down. Kí ni number OG yẹn tá bá pè tí ó bá wá want to track it down. Want to lọ gbé. So ìkan wà subtle, ìkan directly. But the core of the matter is gbogbo kí ni ló wà lọ́wọ́ Baba Mohbad. Did he go and report to the police? Even when he went to zone 2, ṣé Baba lọ sí zone 2? Did he drop those things? Because with the look of things, Bukky yẹn ti fún Baba ní gbogbo kí ni yẹn kó tó di pé one of zone 2. Instead of him to submit that one, nǹkan táwa ṣe sí zone 2, on condemn any. I don't know why he was doing that.
See, exactly what I was saying, and what I was just trying to, explain, so that few people that were just coming around will catch up how we got to where we are now. So now Corona inquest, we are waiting for the judgment, which any other layman can even predict. Okay, that at the end of the day, we'll get nothing out of it. Of course not. Yeah, even the Sanshitu said what they were looking for, or what Corona inquest will now be. He has given us the lead. It's about the nurse, and this is what even back. Corona inquest, because even for the driver to have come out, let's say, ìjọba yìí time yìí ni wọ́n ti pé òun kò lọ report láàárọ̀ 9 a.m. on Tuesday pé Mohbad kú by 12 p.m. on Tuesday. Wọ́n ti pé òun kò lọ wò lórí Facebook, òun ti rí lórí Facebook, and the nurse that claimed to have treated Mohbad olóòdélé Mohbad ní 2:30 ẹni tó ti kú. So and even the lawyer Sanshitu got this, heard this. He never challenged it. He never even, do anything about it. So script to what, like I said initially.
Iya Adura, did she testify at the Corona inquest?
No.
So what are you talking about?
Not at all.
So why are you
the only
talking
time
about?
I think the only time she spoke at Corona inquest was when she was asking that way, come on, let's see more, kinekon, and the judge was like, Babaluma, you call it one in charge, and so that was the only time I think.
She testified at the Corona inquest. So, a video, 2 different videos. She said Monday. So what was the day she testified at the Corona? The truth of the matter is, ẹ jẹ́ kó ṣe gbogbo ilé ìtàn. Àwa náà ní right pẹ̀lú ìjọba àtọlọ́pàá. Pẹ̀lú ìtọ́wálẹ̀, okay, she maintained 12, which is Tuesday. But she was doing video saying Monday. Kò sí bí àgbàlagbà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn in different occasions. Tí ò ní mọ̀ yàtọ̀ ní Monday àbí Tuesday. Because Monday ló fẹ́ gbowó lọ́wọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀. So she knows the day. Ó tún elaborate. Only your Monday, you must pay. After few hours, I have the video here. After few hours, don't any rogun ku omo.
Oh, any reason why not that we like be second nurse wọlé. I don't.
So, sorry to Nesco, I'm sorry to cut in. The only thing tell me. Matun advocate for saying, everybody, is daring to us pay Mohbad ní lawyer. Okay, and the best thing we could do now, which we've been clamoring for anyway, is to have a public lawyer for Mohbad, and work is going on that seriously. I think by tomorrow, unfailingly tomorrow, by God's willing, we should be able to come out with a decisive action on that to say this is it and this is the way to go. Okay, so that's all we can say at the moment, and that is what we need, and that is the only way we can fight. Like Break the Silence Foundation said now that we need someone to stand, we need someone to face the police. If they fail to do what they need to do, we can take them to court, or whoever that is obstructing the justice can be challenged, and that is the situation at the moment now, and that is what we are going to do now. So by tomorrow, God's willing, I think we should come out to give a good direction about that. So that's my submission for now.
The nurse narrated everything that happened to him. We even had to get nurse was with us throughout. When my father-in-law came to the house, the nurse narrated everything that happened to him. We even had to get another nurse to come to the house to try to find something to do to his to him, but you know.
Did you hear that? We got another. When my father-in-law came, nurse to him, Emmanuel.
Nothing was done. The nurse was with us throughout. When my father-in-law came to the house, the nurse narrated everything that happened to me. He wanted to get the nurse arrested. My father said we should allow her to go. He doesn't have any business with us.
Now, this is it. Chemakwe, for over 1.5 years, that the public have been demanding justice for Mohbad. Nobody have an idea of what was Wumi's statement. Chemo. Now,
Yeah, that's correct.
on behalf of the public, they would have to harmonize all our public statements. Compare it with our initial statement. And then begin the process of justice for Mohbad. In the light of all the new evidence to one leg. Gbogbo ẹni spirit Mohbad ń ṣètò ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ kóhun tó lè rí justice. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ gba gbogbo ẹ̀ jáde. Àti rí pé èèyàn kan wà tó ń jẹ́ Zomo báyìí. Gbogbo wa tí ẹ̀rọ tẹ́lẹ̀ for 1.5 years. Even when all of you were playing, trivializing, kí ni Rogun lọ róòlù Dàmọ́lá? How did it turn out to be that Dàmọ́lá tó lóhun ṣiṣẹ́ ní Jákàndé? Ó délé bá òkú Mohbad ó dẹ̀ bá wọn gbé lọ hospital. Báwo ni kéèyàn fly kó jẹ́ Spiderman pẹ̀lú emergency yẹn pẹ̀lú Kuramed hospital yẹn kò lè bá òkú Mohbad mọ́ kò lè ká ọmọ Kuramed gan. But God brought him out. He is neck deep in this case now. Moshe 3 seconds yẹn ṣe. Moshe tá ń ṣe. For 1.5 years, ṣẹ́yìn tí rò pé Dàmọ́lá yẹn. And you're not even thinking of why is he now suffering? Kí ló yẹ tó ṣe ń jẹ ìyà yẹn lójú méjì? Kí ni role to play? Tẹ́ bá rí àdúrà yẹn náà. Bí ibi tó fọwọ́ nù lára ni kò bọ́ sí. Ọkùnrin balẹ̀. So if you don't know what is happening, you need to understand that gbogbo ìtọ́ ti dè. Gbogbo ìtọ́ ti fi ogun dè Kurubede tó ṣe gbé. Ó bá máa tú díẹ̀ Mohbad yẹn ń jà fún rẹ̀. And that is how he's trying to get his justice. Kẹ́ má lọ kéré mérò, eventually tó bá gba justice. Torí tó bá fẹ́ gba justice, ẹ máa kéré mérò. In fact, irú Dàmọ́lá yẹn lè máa jubilate pẹ̀lú yín. But ask yourself, how did you come about it? Tó jẹ́ pé Dàmọ́lá Àyìndé Ìdòwú Abim ó pẹ̀lẹ́ ni tó gbé body Mohbad lọ sí first hospital. Kuramed to Mohbad's house. Is working in Jákàndé. Where were you before then? Ọlọ́pàá béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ó kọ síbẹ̀ ó ní I was in Jákàndé. Òun wà níbi iṣẹ́. Ẹ wo Jákàndé. Ẹ wo kó tó di pé ó dé Orchard Road. Kó tó di pé ó délé Mohbad. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń rush Mohbad lọ hospital. Ó ní wọ́n pe òun ni. Ṣé wọ́n ni doctor ni? Ṣé wọ́n ni agbọmọlà? Understand pé 3 seconds video yẹn ó ti ṣí ojú gbogbo nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ rí. They thought if they block the CCTV ní mọ gbogbo ilé. If the CCTV came out, àárín Dàmọ́lá yẹn máa pariwo kí ló ti Dàmọ́lá ìtọ́ ìgbìlẹ̀. But nísìnyí 3 seconds video ó padà ti jáde. Spending wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Whether the nurse was paid or whatever it is the role she played, ó ti wà nù ẹ̀ báyìí. Àti rí ya àdúrà àti rí dáadáa. Bàbá Mohbad àti rí a clear picture who he is. And we have seen what is going on. So it is now left to our conscience to pursue this to a logical end. And let's see what will play out.
So let's go. You can go on now.
There you go. Go on.
Tunasco.
Yeah. When you want to
Yeah.
play, that's why 3 seconds there now look to daddy. Don't daddy.
Ó tọ́mọ lọ́wọ́ ni.
Don't interview kiri.
Ṣé ó tọ́mọ ni?
Ó dẹ̀ ti wò ó pé Tuesday ní nọ́ọ̀sì pọ̀ kò ń wá. Monday dẹ̀rẹ̀ eléyìí wọn ò ní nọ́ọ̀sì ọkọ̀ fún Monday.
Kò ní school. Àwọn ló parọ́ lábẹ́ yìí báwo ni mo lè ra yìí?
Well, I hear the passion in Yomi Fabi's voice and all of that, how upset he is at some of the things that should not be, that it is. I mean, things that we've been experiencing all this while. Lies upon lies, cover up upon cover up, Mohbad's father being selective when it comes to justice. He is not happy that justice is being sought after in the direction that it is being sought after. He is not so comfortable with that. What he wants is selective justice. Justice that will put money into his pocket. That is what people believe. Why? Because of suggestions that have been given to Mohbad's father and how he has refused any of this suggestion, any of the move to get justice. He has refused it. What he wants, it is something different, something that is unbelievable. What he wants is not what people believe will give, or it's not going to amount to justice. That's the point. It will not amount to anything justice. People have given him opinion. They've given out different thoughts towards how justice is supposed to be gotten and how it can be gotten, the way around it, but unfortunately, it is a sad situation. The situation is a very sad one. It's a situation that nobody in his or her right senses want to be part of. Nobody in his or her right senses want to be part of it. Nobody wants to be kind of attached to such foolishness, such wickedness, such evil. It is like, I don't know. It's a terrible situation. That's the point of it. It's a terrible situation. So Yomi Fabi is kind of putting it all out there like, I am not happy, and none of these shenanigans will sway me away from justice for Mohbad. I am going to press, I'm going to push, I'm going to do all that it takes to get justice for Mohbad. I'm going to do all that matters to get justice for Mohbad. I'm going to do all that I need to do to get justice for Mohbad. And that is what he's standing upon. Even though the father of Mohbad might have a different opinion, that they should leave him to be in charge of whatever it is that concerns his son, and nobody has the right to speak out of the, he's saying a lot of things. That's the point. He's saying a lot of things like nobody should or can speak, nobody should or can do, like, in as much as you are not flowing with his own kind of justice, where nothing is going to be gotten, because it's all total charade. It's total shenanigan. It's just that this guy Mohbad came into this family, unfortunately. And now we are not saying that, one person must be attached to the demise of Mohbad, like it has to be one person, whatever. It could be, let us just put it this way. It could be that Mohbad got injured during clash with Cynthia. During a clash, both of them. Maybe during a clash, he got injured. And somehow, in between, somehow, it could be that he refused to treat that injury. And he went to the show. He had another clash with his friend. He bruised himself where he already had injury. And then he left it, went home, refused to yield to suggestion and advice coming from people who probably, like the driver of the SUV, the rented SUV. He refused to listen to suggestion or anyone asking him or telling him, this is the right thing to do. Let's do it this way. Get treatment. Be fine. Stuff like that. Maybe he refused and he said, no, I'm not doing nothing of such. I won't. And, at the end of the day, it all went the way it went. They called him a nurse in a setting that is not proper, in a setting that should not be, a setting where no one should be treated. I know a lot of people resort to this private, they don't want to go to the hospital. Some can afford it, some cannot afford it. They don't want to go to the hospital. They just call in a nurse and ask the nurse to help them, sort out their crisis or whatever it is. And Mohbad did the same, like, get me a nurse, come and treat me at home. It is more private. I can be in the confines of my home and get treated. And here we are. Mohbad is not alive. He's dead. He was injected. Did he react to the injection? Now, is it that there are other things that happen? Like, was there like more fights, more whatever? What is this thing that happened more? And about fight going back home, the driver established it, that there was more. That he was kind of like, how can this be? That if he was husband to Cynthia, would have beaten Cynthia black and blue. That Cynthia was so aggressive, rough, pulling on Mohbad. Like they had a fight, and that fight, this is what Mohbad's father, according to what we heard from insiders, these are the things that he was told. These are the things he was told, that they need to demarcate, separate Cynthia and Mohbad because they are not meant to be together. That both of them, if they allow them to be together, something will unalive somebody. And did it happen? Sure, it did. Did it happen? Yes. Did somebody buy? Yes. Because caution was thrown into the wind? Maybe not. But because Mohbad probably refused, or like they said Juju Kayamata, according to the sister, said, yes, Juju, these people are big on Juju. This is what they did. This is how they do. This is how they roll and all of that. So we heard all of these things. So one cannot but just look at all of these things and then wonder what exactly should have been done that was not done. So I don't know what you think about this whole scenario, this whole debacle, the terrible, 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 terrible point that Mohbad found himself or got to. But what I believe strongly is that at the end of the day, everyone would have learned one or two things. I've said it times to that number and I keep repeating it because when I looked at it, I said the best thing is don't even allow anybody unalive you. Don't allow anybody RIP you. Because if they do, stories will come up here and there. Family will disappoint you. Friends might disappoint you. We were hearing from one guy. We don't know how true it is. They said that he said he has video of everything. He had recorded it all from the show. There was a time we were hearing Zomo. Then from there we are hearing another AB or AY or A whatever. They said he has everything. They said he has everything. We heard it all. They say they requested for this, they requested for that. They want these guys in South Africa. He has escaped because he has videos that show and indicate what happened, that there was this horrible fight, there was this and that, he recorded this and this. Everyone is just coming up with one thing or the other. And everything that they are pointing fingers towards is the direction of Cynthia, that she's a violent person. So question is, if you are in a relationship with a violent person, in a relationship with a wicked person, in a relationship with someone like Cynthia, why would you want to continue? Why will you want to continue such a relationship? Why would you want to continue such relationship? It's a terrible thing. So it is what it is. I don't know what your thoughts are as regards this matter. It is so sad. It's not something that anybody wants to kind of associate themselves with. It is so bad. It is so bad. But at the end of the day, somebody is not alive anymore, and that person is Mohbad. Drop your comments.